First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're here every weekday. We start at 1 p.m., we go throughout the afternoon, and we cover a wide range of topics. This is one that's probably going to be of interest to quite a few people, and it is a rebate availability for certain people in the Portland market for e-bikes. Something, I mean, I don't know if you've ridden an e-bike or not, but it is a lot of fun and also a great way to commute. And we're going to find out more about this program and what's involved with it. We've got our guest right here now, Seetha from the Portland Clean Energy Fund. And thank you very much for being here with us and to talk about this. And I think to start off, would you mind just telling us a quick little bit about yourself, and in case people don't know, what the Portland Clean Energy Fund is?
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Seetha Ream-Rao. I've been with PSEF about 2 years now. I've been living here in Portland for over 4 years. I'm quite a biker. I love this city, and I'm super excited that I got the opportunity to work for this program and for PSEF, and to be doing something that I love so much and developing a citywide program that encourages biking, e-biking, and just transportation in the city of Portland. For those who don't know, the Portland Clean Energy Fund was voted on in 2018, and it passed. Here in the city, it puts a 1% surcharge on large retailer sales here in the city. PSEF, as a part of that, created the Climate Investment Plan, which is our 5-year roadmap for how we spend the money. And that was a 10-month community engagement, public engagement process where the community saw that the opportunity of e-bikes. They saw the opportunity of reducing carbon emissions here in the city by getting folks out of their cars. The health aspect of when, getting out on the street, whether you're riding a standard e-bike, a cargo, one that has that throttle cruise control, it's got incredible health benefits. And I think the community building and the safety aspect here in the city, and the building up of small businesses, right? Because our bike shops here in the city are small businesses. And so we get to partner with them to roll this program out.
So a lot of things incorporated into this. When we're talking about e-bikes, for the basic definition, you mentioned a couple of different kinds there, whether it's a cargo e-bike or something that I guess maybe is more of like a commuter e-bike. What all does this program entail when it comes to that side?
Yeah, so on the e-bike side, the rebate program covers, and I used that terminology, class 1 and class 2. So what that means is our bikes that you would use to purchase the rebate with caps at 20 miles an hour. So that's the class 1 and 2. And the difference between a class 1 and a class 2 is that class 1, you have to pedal, and class 2 comes with that fun cruise control, which a lot of folks like, where you can kind of use your thumb, throttle, hold it, and it'll push you without having to pedal. That last class, the class 3, which go 28 miles an hour, is not a part of this program.
That's great. Thank you for that definition. I think that helps a lot too to understand those as everybody's learning more about e-bikes. Now, let's walk through this rebate program. Can you give us the name of what this is and what the meaning is behind it?
Absolutely, yeah. So this is the Portland Rides PSEF e-bike rebate program. That's the title. The website is just Portland e-bike rebate. So you can apply now. The application's opened this morning at 8 a.m. It is a 4-year program, so it'll be accepting applications and doing multiple random selections throughout the year up until June of 2029. And what happens is you can apply. It's a really low effort application process. You're just providing your name, your address, your estimated income. There is a safety training course, so you have to complete that in order to apply. And that covers things like, what is an e-bike? Those class definitions that I just talked about, the fact that a cargo often has those bucket seats that you see in front of the bikes, or a long tail in the back, where usually you see kids in there, or maybe you might see those long panniers full of groceries. So it covers that. It covers how to maintain the bikes legally, right? Like, what are the laws here in Portland that you need to know that differ from biking to e-biking? And, you submit into that. The great thing is, once you apply, you stay in our pool. So let's say you aren't selected in the 3 draws that are happening this year. You stay in that pool, and you might get selected next year or even 2028. And you don't have to always remember, strict deadlines or anything like that. I think the main part is it opened today, and you can apply between now and July of this year.
Okay, so between now and July, you can apply and to take advantage of these rebates. And how much of a rebate are we talking about that are available?
Yeah, so the standard e-bike, which is the pedal only, you can get $1,600 at an instant rebate. So you walk into the store, you show your rebate scan codes, and they just knock that off the price right there. Wow. And so you're only paying at the register that amount that you see at the bottom after it's taken out. For the cargos, they're larger bikes, and they can be much more expensive. And so that's why it's a $2,350 amount for those cargos. And then regardless of what type of rebate you receive, everybody also receives a $300, we call it accessories, and it's really safety and security. We all know once you buy the bike, do you have the helmet that you need? Do you have the lock? Because what if it gets stolen? The lights, right? Because it gets dark here. You got to be visible for folks. This includes things like, let's say you really want to make that conversion and you're a parent. We cover kids' helmets too in that. So you can make sure your kid has a helmet when they come with you on that ride. And then also separately, on April 20th, we'll be opening the adaptive program. And that program is much more custom. Folks that are living with a disability that need those specialized bikes. It's a very intensive kind of process and customization needs. So that's up to $8,500. And that's
Wow.
Yeah, it's a unique piece. And I know that sounds really high, but folks that need that, those bikes range anywhere from $6,000 to $13,000.
Yeah, so that's a significant amount to go toward that. And how many of these rebates over the course of these, I think you said 4 years,
Yeah.
how many will there be given out? Or I guess what's the fund amount?
Yeah, so the amount allocated is $20 million. That covers a lot more than just the rebates, which our goal here is to get 6,000 rebates and bikes on the street by June of 2029. This is kind of all encompassing. So we have the safety and security training course I told you about. We're going to be having events where folks can test ride bikes. We'll have like learning how to ride or how to get more comfortable riding here on the city streets. We have a multifamily storage and charging, secure charging for e-bikes. We've got some other kind of wraparound pieces here that are still in development or are already a part of the program to fill out that 20 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of rebates then, a lot that people can take advantage of when it comes down to it. And for this first round, you mentioned there'll be 3 this year, I believe. So how many would you say will be given out during this first push?
Yeah, everyone keeps asking that. That's everyone's favorite question, right? They want to know oh, what are
What
my
are our chances? Yeah, what are the
chances?
odds?
Yeah, and I completely understand the desire for that. I think one of the hard parts is when it's 6,000 over the kind of 4 years, 4.5 years, and we want to make sure that we aren't putting out more rebates than our retailers, right, can handle. And so because this is the first kind of, I think in this first year, you're going to see us testing out and seeing what our city infrastructure, our city bike shops, what everyone can absorb before we kind of settle down into a number.
Gotcha. It makes sense. Makes sense. Well, the recap for everybody too on how to apply for this. You mentioned the websites, and just to give them that one more time of what they should know.
Yeah, so we have the website is live. You can apply right now. It's going to be a really low lift of just inputting data and completing that safety training to put in the pre-application. A lot of folks think when you think government program, you think, oh my gosh, I have to pull together all these documents and I have to do all these like uploads and all this. No, this you have that simple input. Once you're selected and you get the email informing you that you've been selected, that's when we're going to ask you to provide all that documentation verifying your name, your address, your income, all those pieces. The website will tell you kind of what documentation you might need to provide. If you get there, when you get there. There's also customer service available on the website. So you call that number between 10 and 6 and someone will answer and be able to kind of answer any questions you have, help you walk through the application. And this Saturday, the 11th, we'll be hosting one of many, our first, we're going to have a ride demo at the city's Earth Day event. So you can test out a standard bike, a cargo bike. You can talk with folks that are administering this program, ask questions, and we can help you sign up right there in person. That's this Saturday at Park Rose Elementary from 12 to 3. Or
All
sorry,
right.
Park Rose Middle School. It's
Park
the
Rose
middle
Middle
school.
School. Park Rose Middle School. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of ways then to engage, and very interesting learning about this, and the goal there to get so many more people on those e-bikes. And Seetha, I want to say thank you very much for joining us to talk about this and to get this information out there. And any last thing that you think is important for people to know?
No, I think we're just really
Covered.
excited to get folks on their bikes. And I know that our retailers are really excited about this opportunity too.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and, we appreciate it so much. And great information out there. And it sounds like it's a pretty exciting program for everybody to take part in. Thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now. And thanks everybody for joining us. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back here in a few with more. And we are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. A lot happening over this next hour and a half or so before our 4 p.m. news. So stick right with us. Back here in a bit with more Fox 12 Now.